So, Hannes, thank you very much for having this interview. My first question would be, we were in Bosnia on this study trip. You have visited Bosnia on several occasions, many times. You have also visited Bosnia on the 1000th day of the siege of Sarajevo. So, if you can maybe tell our viewers what is your experience from this trip and how did Bosnia and Herzegovina develop from the war until today?
Well, I think many things have been improved. There is construction everywhere. You may hear it also now when you listen to this video. There are new buildings, old buildings renovated, for example, the parliament. So this is one side. And there are young people who are still believing in this country and they organize something to improve the air quality, the environment in general. But on the other hand, it's a disaster when you look to the political situation, to the leading politicians of the leading parties, mostly ethnic-oriented parties. They are quarreling as for 20 years now already, or 25 years even. There's no war, and hopefully there will be no war, but there is no peace in the sense of understanding, of building a new Bosnia-Herzegovina with new spirit, with new attitudes, and with new liberties. So that is a disaster. So the picture for me is very, very mixed, but I'm really disappointed that there is not more progress since I came here the first time.
We have met several representatives of the NGO sector and of the political parties. Many of them have this issue and this concern that the European Union has a lack of interest right now in Bosnia and Herzegovina and in the region. What is your point of view? Do you understand this issue or do you have another point of view?
It is true, the interest has been diminishing, has been decreasing, partly because there is no progress in the country and people are disappointed and say, why should we always care, spend money and so on. Partly because in general accession to the European Union is not high on the agenda of the EU itself. Which is also the result that the whole process of accession has to be reformed. We should really bring all the countries of the Balkan, including Bosnia-Herzegovina, with all its deficiencies, closer to the European Union already, not as a member yet, but as somebody who has to participate in the discussion, in the deliberation when it comes to the environment, when it comes to security, when it comes to migration. All the issues which are on the European agenda are not only on the agenda of the European Union, but also other countries, especially of the region. And the EU must dramatically change its attitude and find new, more creative ways how to bring the countries closer to the European Union.
Is maybe one of those ways this Open Balkan initiative that we have?
This is a very limited. It again would split the region into 2 or 3 countries which are closely working together. That's not the way. Of course, the countries themselves must integrate more economically, socially, when you think about labor, on internal migration and so on. And visa liberalization must be for all the countries involved. But on the other hand, parallel to that internal integration in the Balkan region itself must be step-by-step integration into the wider European Union. This is the only chance for going forward.
So when we talk about the future, where do you see Bosnia and Herzegovina in the next 10 years? Inside the European Union?
Well, there are 2 alternatives. Bosnia and Herzegovina will be an enclave of poverty, of only old people staying here, something like a pensioner's home, because everybody else, especially the younger generation, is leaving because of disappointment. Or it can move forward, maybe after the next election. Also, very often we hoped after the next election it will be better. Maybe now, with all the crisis, it's a chance also to overcome all the stalemate. And then, of course, it will be closer to the European Union, not inside the European Union as a full member, but as one who is participating in solving European issues we have, from environment and health towards security. And that would be the thing I would wish not only for Bosnia and Herzegovina, not only for the region, but for Europe as a whole.
Thank you very much.